Hey fellas, so Coach really has the goods on this one. Like for real. This might be the biggest one. Um, I've wanted to record this video for over 3 hours now. But this one, even more than usual, just made me horribly anxious. Right, so that's what's been delaying it. But I'm gonna start like off topic basically. Or just roundabout, and then we'll get to the good stuff. So just bear with Coach. This one's just a little hard on him. Basically, if you're the one, I definitely think I'm built to be the one like breaking all the biggest stories in sports, but all not also while working a full time job, right? Like that's just spread a little bit too thin. So when you get like something big like this, it just Coach always told you he gets the creeps, right? When they do their weird shit, right? This one's really weird. And then he's positive it's going down. Okay. Now, the first thing I'll say is I was a little bit off base with like the Dale Jr. thing. There's definitely a Dale Earnhardt ritual. Don't worry, Coach, crack that. But Dale Jr. safe. I believe his driver is also safe. I'm not entirely sold on who the winner is yet, but I think I know. But I definitely know who's going down in flames. So stick around for that. Yes, I was gonna start off topic so Coach can try to feel a little more chill. We got Hobie Baker, right? Obviously flagged for the Baker name. Hobie's like, what the hell? Hobart Armory Hair, Hobie Baker. Okay, I'm glad I decided to do this. Coach's already laughing a little bit. Alrighty, so uh, that was weird. What he died, 36 years old. That's what it looks like. 666. All right, and then so that's all I took of him. Right, so we're just gonna look at some books Coach wants. So this one unfortunately is unavailable. I probably would have bought it today. Behind the Lens, the World Hockey Association 50 years later. We already got the complete history of the Stanley Cup. So we want to also get the WHA. And then The Pitch That Killed, Magic City. There might be some repeats. Lost Miami. There's just some weird magic stuff. New way of looking at the world. Magic Eye. Secret Mental Powers. Miracle of Mind Magic. I might not pick those up. These are just all stuff that I found interesting. I did buy that coin toss book, the year of the Milwaukee Bucks, 1971. We're just going to go through these pretty quick. So Belichick, making the greatest coach. Kurt Warner, Miracle Season. Those are mostly boring. We've kind of covered a bunch of these. There's definitely someone here. This Notre Dame one looks awesome. Like Story of the Four Horsemen, Notre Dame's football's 1924 champions, and special like Centennial edition had to come out like just last year. So Coach is pumped on that. Let's see. Alrighty, I'll snap into gear. So let's get to it. Oh man, this is tough. I swear this one's the roughest one. Because you guys are just gonna know, I'm telling you, the day ones are gonna know as soon as they see it. They're gonna be like, oh, holy hell, no way. Right? So, basically, man, I have no idea how to fucking start to tell you this. There's so much going on. So, first, I have to say, we're only one day in to Coach trying to tackle NASCAR altogether. So the fact I have this story is insane. Like, I just have impeccable timing. I'm telling you, they really are about to pull the craziest shit you've ever seen in NASCAR, at least in 20 years, 20 plus years, right? So, oh man, there's a lot of key players. I should have just started with our voice comment. I'm sorry, I'm in such a weird mood here. Oh man, here we go. Alrighty, our buddy Venice. He's gonna make me laugh. All right, so Denny Hamlin is a douche. Fucking awesome. Right on. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know these guys' personalities. That's hilarious. Any feedback is awesome. And a NASCAR driver being a douche is hilarious, Coach. Makes think like Ricky Bobby or something. I remember when he came into NASCAR and told Gibbs he'd bring him a championship. It never happened. He might be good at Daytona, but I wouldn't bet on him. He's a has-been. And let's not forget a crybaby. When I used to bet on NASCAR, I would always go with the winningest manufacturer in NASCAR, which is Anybody in a Chevrolet. If Junior is in a Chevy prepared by either RCR or Hendricks, RCR, huh? The odds will increase in his favor. Great tip. Restrictive plate racing isn't racing. Anything that creates parity is no longer competitive, in my honest opinion. So, my grandfather was a Richard Petty fan, and he also believed that. And I know absolutely nothing about NASCAR, so I'm gonna trust you two. If it's good enough for Venice and my pappy, then we're going with restrictive plates. Is bullshit, right? I'm good with that. And then let's see, RCR. I wish I would have stuck that one in my brain because that popped up a few times. I'm hoping, I took enough screenshots of some RCR stuff. So he gave us more than that, though. Of course, it's all excellent feedback. We'll get back to his comments. I know I got more. So 48 season. Let's see. What was that? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What was it I needed to tell you about this? Oh my god. Okay. Notre Dame. 1948. 1948. They're going to win in 2048, dude. Notre Dame's winning in 2048. Did I really not take their championships? That's crazy to me that I didn't grab their championships, but I'm like positive they're good for 28. There's no way I didn't get the Notre Dame championships. I looked at that shit like 100 times. How did I miss that? That's blown on. Hold on. Oh well. Alrighty, sorry this one's more sloppy than normal. As you can tell, I hope you're not keeping your eyes on the screen and like having a seizure from me scrolling. Oh man, let's get around the crazy. Let's look at Notre Dame championships. Alright. Oh no, don't spoil shit. Fuck. Don't look at the screen. Alrighty. So here we go. Okay, so the Notre Dame stuff. So we know they got the 100-year anniversary on the 24, so they missed the flip. Like they didn't miss it, but they hit the flip, but they lost, right? So they got the flip, the flipped flip, right? And then so 46, 47, 49. We know 46 and 49 are a flip. 46, 47, 49. So the only one they missed that would have made a four-peat was 48. So coach thinks that's bullshit. He thinks they're actually winning in 2048. He's not so sold on 33 anymore. They might do both, right? But he definitely likes them for 48. It's just too on the nose. And they'll probably flip it to 84 too. And then, oh my god. I had another one for him. What was it? Oh yeah, so I knew to look at the last four rates. Okay. So I'm not sure if it's 33. Maybe it is too. We might be looking at a decent amount of Notre Dame championships. No bullshit. That wouldn't be too surprising, right? If they got like a handful this century. And then, so, I was focused on the flips before, the 66, the 77, and the 88, right? Like, oh, that's definitely going to be like 33, 44, 55. Still might be. And they could definitely close it out with like a 99 too, something like that. Like they could be winning a whole bunch, right? It's a national brand. Why not? Like the Yankees, right? I think they'd be good for like all those. But if coach likes to solve puzzles and stuff like that. He's not good at every type of puzzle. But I feel like where there's like a sequence of four like that, just like how, with the 46, the 47, and the 49, it's like, oh, what's missing, right? It's the 48, right? It makes you want to go with that one. I think instead of focusing on the 66, the 77, the 88, we should focus on the other one in the cluster, the 73, and flip that one, right? Like, why is that one there? It looks so weird, right? It's like, oh, because it's going to have the little trick coming up. Like, that's your trick, that's the one that breaks the streak. So I'm thinking maybe not 33, maybe they're 37. Maybe they lose in 33. That makes sense to me. If they lose it in 33, then win in 37, win in 48. We won't spend too much time on that. But it was just a thought. I just popped it there. Anyways, let's get to the good stuff. Anyways, okay. This is why I didn't want to make this video too, because like this video like really just deserves like to be like as tight as possible and fucking awesome. So people can point to it and be like, oh holy shit, but coach not gonna fuck. I was freaked out for this one, so I'm doing my best. Alrighty, so this is how coach reads it. So Kyle Busch is very polarizing. So coach thinks he's going to be driving aggressively and he's going to cause the crash, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. I was originally looking for someone in a 33 car, the Bandit car. Man, this is so tough to do, dude. There's just so much shit, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Go slide by slide from here on out. There's RCR right there. So Kyle Busch is rocking RCR. So I will say, Venice was kind enough to provide some magic numbers. We'll get to that in a second. We're going to show his full comments when we get there. But I know he gave some magic numbers for his possible champions, and we both had Kyle Busch on our radar. So Kyle Busch is at least going to be in the think of it like the Vikings with the playoffs, right? Like I said, they'd be in the conversation to win the division, right? But they won't. And I didn't have them winning, really until the week up. I decided I'll maybe take them to win this one wild card game, because I didn't consider the California Fires, right? But think of it like that, where it's like, okay, he's gonna be right there looking like he's about to take the whole thing down, right? But what could stand in his way? And coach thinks he knows. Okay, so we know he's gonna be in the right ride. And they have, he's the right driver for the job, right? He knows how to win, is what Venice tells us. So here we go. Here's the rest. Oh, no, sorry, that was before. Okay, I was going backwards. I'm really fucking up. Okay, let's see. So yeah, Busch left Joe Gibbs Racing. Okay. So obviously Joe Gibbs on our radar for the Redskins stuff, right? And let's see what it says. Oh yeah, so just a reminder, the Lattimore's only played 2 games for him all season, and they've made it this far. So they definitely. Also, other stuff about the Commanders, yo. Dan Quinn is a defensive-minded coach, and they have a coach who used to be on the Broncos. That's a really good defensive coach, and they, as far as like the matchup with the Eagles. Saquon, like I said, I think he already did his thing. It's hard to have 2 like monster performances back to back. I think he'll break 100 for sure, right? But to go for some like all-time playoff record breaking again, that's asking a lot. So it's like it's on Hurts, and Hurts, his knee's messed up. Ironically, right, with his last name, he's got the hurt knee. So he's not going to be able to scramble and do it. He's going to have to rely on his arm. And, we just know he's not good enough and smart enough. He's going to choke. Right, so that's what Coach has there. And, of course, we know Coach thinks Mariota's winning it. He's coming in this game to beat the Eagles. Coach thinks it goes down right now. Of course. So Jay, like I said, it's a lot going on with this one. So we're taking Daniels going down this week, if you didn't know already. And then... this is why Kyle Busch was on Coach's radar, yo. He's Wild Thing. His nickname's Wild Thing, dude. They call him Rowdy, but he also goes by Wild Thing. And of course, we got the Guardians winning in a major league. Charlie Sheen's character's name Wild Thing, right? So we would love this would be a huge sign for our Guardians if he could at least have either a win or a huge involvement in the crash that causes the death. I don't want to ruin it for you just yet who it's going to be, but hopefully that one slide didn't. Let's see here. So Robbie Gordon, did we talk about this already? Man, I really don't even know where I got as far as last time. But yeah, so the dude was driving a 36 Pontiac, so 666. I watched the Intimidator on ESPN, the 30 for 30, and I thought it was interesting. Man, there's so much. So, like, of course, like, he's in, like, all sorts of crazy crashes and stuff, right? And then, like, the one that doesn't look all that bad is actually the one that kills him. It's because, like, the ones that are, like, the crazy crashes and stuff, like, they want you to be able to watch that without guilt, right? And the ones that are, like, super bad, you only go back to look at it to go, oh, and be sad. You're not like, oh, that looks so dope. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, it's crazy. He survived all those other ones. Like, you know, it's just because they think you're stupid. Like, they make it as dumb as possible. And then, also, so, you know, the safety gear, right? They had to, oh, if he would have just used the safety gear the league wanted them to use, right? That they just came out with, so they got to sell you the stupid safety harnesses. And of course, he's the perfect person to phase out, right? Then, like, just like with what Venice was saying, like, they go with the different plates now, like the restrictive plates, right? And Earnhardt hated that. He thought it wasn't racing, right? So his time was done anyway, right? He had lost the love of the sport. He was talking shit on it, so get rid of him. And then, so there's a lot of interesting stuff in this one. So Waltrip, he won that race that Earnhardt died. Okay, and he most notably drove the number 11. So keep that in mind. He was driving the 15 when he won that race, but he was driving the number 11. Now, isn't it interesting? So, like, stock cars, and they drive cars with, like, advertisements for brands you can buy stocks on them. And they're pretty much just advertising for stocks, like, all over the place. Buy Coca-Cola stock, buy, you know, whatever the hell it is. Now, let's see. Of course, got another Jeff Gordon, Robbie Gordon as well. So Waltrip 184, so he got his 84 coding. Sorry if some of this is repeats, but I'll make it up to you by the end, I promise. Coach has a lot of good stuff in this one. And then, see, all-time track record for 67. I like that. There's Robert Wesley Gordon. Coach didn't have much on him. But yes, they're saying it could finally be Rowdy's year, right? So check this out. There's some good stuff in this one. So they have him as a front runner, right? So look, check this out. Could this be the year? Like, can Rowdy truly break his Daytona curse, right? So he's cursed. So we like that, right? A cursed one, possibly leading to something really terrible for someone else that blows his chance at winning when it looks like he's got it for sure. Oh, yeah. That's not it. I don't know if it's like his fault, but he's definitely like in the mix and he's driving aggressive too. And, you know, it's definitely going to be involved in him, and he loses his chance to win. He's at 63 career wins, so 666. There's so man. When I was looking at NASCAR, I was just blown away. Like, that's definitely gonna be one of my favorite sports going forward. Like, there's just so much there. Like, I wish it was easier for Coach to read, like, the personalities, stuff like that. He always kind of thought NASCAR drivers were just kind of lame. But I'm sure if I look more into it with, like, more of an open heart, I'll find more quirkiness and charm to their personalities. You know, and I remember, like, in, like, the Ted Richmond story and stuff like that, Dale never really struck me as too cool. I guess it's cool that he's aggressive and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, moving on. Let's see. So, thought this was interesting. So, his beef with Bluey's dad, Bandit Healer, right? So, like I said, the Bandit car, number 33, but it's banned, so that's not going to play a role, I guess. So there's just your proof that Kyle Busch is nicknamed Wild Thing. So there's just like a list of some of the odds. We'll get back over that. Tyler Randall Gibbs. So, you know, he's like coach is just he has like a bunch of guys on the list, right? But he really does have a guy that he thinks is going to win it. Okay, and it's the same one he already told you. After he thought it all through, it made even more sense in a way. But of course, you know, there's so many drivers, right? And like, of course, someone like Gibbs, like that can make sense. Now, that's what I don't understand. I don't know enough about the relationship between like Gibbs and the Skins. Like, is he like a heel now? Like, is Gibbs unpopular? Do the Skins fans not like him? Like, what's what's the deal? So I need to understand that a bit more. And then, so the Washington Wild Things coach, this is his pick to win the 2025 title. Like, look, they got the 5,200. I picked them before I even looked them up, but that 5,200 just sealed it for me. I didn't read like anything else really, except like, so check it out. Founded in 1997, they won that championship, first year in the league. It's their only one, 76 coding, right? Of course, they're gonna pop up and win it the same year as the Guards. They just won the division last year, so they're in place. They could do it. Of course, this is something most people would consider pointless and dumb, as with like most of what I cover, but this one particularly because like I don't know if you can even like bet on minor league baseball, right? But this is certainly one that could help you, like coach likes those heat checks, right? Like get it helps you get an idea of like where your other picks are at. Like, oh, if I was able to call that crazy shit, we got like a bunch of, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we're really locked in. We can just go crazy, and be even more aggressive, right? And strike while the iron's hot, right? So, coach likes that pick. He doesn't know any other team in the league. He's just going with the Wild Things. And then, of course, that's for our Guardians. So, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Chris Stapleton joined forces for historic entry in the 2005 Daytona 500 with Junior Motorsports. So, we like that's historic. Okay, now, of course, Chris Stapleton, that's like the perfect type of person to write a shitty, sad song for NASCAR fans, right? So, coach thinks that's interesting. There was like one more thing I meant to look. Oh, yeah, no, we're good. So, Justin Algier, this is who's driving for Dale. This is his 39th year on Earth, 666, June 6th, 66, and 1986. So it is possible he dies. Oh. Okay. I think this guy causes the crash. That actually makes that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we'll get back to that. So here's more from Venice. So he says, is it the whole thing? Oh. Yeah, no, they got to get in there. Yeah, we'll start from here. So he said, I like Kyle Busch a lot. He had a rough year last year, and I think RCR needs to focus on what Kyle needs and putting him in the best equipment they have, as well as excellent pit crew. He knows how to take the checkered flag. As of now, I really don't follow NASCAR as much as I used to since my driver retired. Jimmie Johnson, 48, got the 48 for us. Nice. I was a fan of his since his rookie year, and I won a lot of money picking him up off bet. I remember him winning all the time. I knew some Jimmie Johnson fans living in West Virginia. The guy I like to follow now is Kyle Larson, number 5, but it's not a priority to watch much anymore. One other thing, KB wouldn't be a bad pick to win at Daytona if he can get people to work with him. Kyle Busch, okay, gotcha. Here are my numbers to win Daytona: 3, 5, 8, 9, and 24. Coach has those logged at the end, so we'll circle back that. One of these 5 will win it. Not 9 being Chase, I believe. 8 being Kyle Busch. I can't remember. 3 being, is that Austin? I think. Just a hunch. I started watching NASCAR. Let's see, with where to go? With my dad in 1971. So that's nice. And then, who's your dad's favorite driver? Let's see, who else we got? Let's see, Austin Dillon. So, yep, that's who I was right there. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, William Byron. So, 24. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that one just really feels like one of those picks. Like, it's like Coach wouldn't even thought about without Venice bringing it up, but it like just weirdly makes enough sense. It's not the one I'm leaning towards, but definitely keep an eye on William Byron. Okay, so like he's rocking the Jeff Gordon type car, right? He's got, it's been 24 years since the death. Man, oh, they make it so fucking hard. It's crazy. Like, you just don't even understand how many different... I know who's going down for real. But just as far as who's winning it, they definitely know how to make it tough, no joke. So, he makes a lot of sense, right? The coach always says, like, trust your gut, use your mind's eye, figure out which connections you think are the best, and like the way that things would go. It's got to be the very best one. They're going to use whichever the very best one is, believe that. So it's always that. And then, let's see. And a lot of people think the very best one is Chief Sweet Beat. They're not creative enough, right? But that's how it works. And then, so Austin Reed Dillon. So he drives the number 3, right? So he could win. He's definitely on coach's list that could win. 3 and 24, definitely magic drivers, no joke. So, and very magical. Definitely keep an eye on them. I'm not sure if their coach's pick. All right, he said, the other one just kind of came back around and seemed to make sense again. Man, his car looks just like Earnhardt's, dude. So, like, that would make sense. It might just be Austin Dillon. Drives a Chevy, the whole deal. Like, so, like I said, they make it as tough as fucking possible. This one's insane. Let's see. So, like I said, those ones, what's the name again? So, Byron, Busch. I mean, like an 8 kind of looks like a 3. He's still rocking the black car. Right, so Dillon, Byron, and Busch, all good picks for winning. We got a whole month more to work on, like, wins and stuff, right? But the coach is going to get you to the good stuff. I know this is turning into a really long one. Alrighty. Let's see. 408 races, that's a 48. .580 and 6, that's an 86, and then 2023 position was 86. Top 10s. But yeah, like, so he refused to wear it. It's exactly how he died. Like, what do you know? It's the only time in his career he wasn't trying to win a race. How ironic. Let's see. Yeah, so all that time he finally gets to win, and he's got to be sad about his friend dying. Like, who helped him win. Even people who aren't in NASCAR realize how poetically tragic this man's death was. That's incredibly important. Like, whatever the story in sport is, it can't just make sense to sports fans. It has to be bigger than the sport. It has to draw people into the sport. It's got to have a reason to want to talk about it in non-sports mediums and bring it up in their movies and their podcasts and the news, right? So, that's all you books about it. And coach will buy them. And then, let's see. So there's the Harry Gant's car. The Bandit car, number 33. So, as I told you, number 11 won it before. In Coach's original pick, and it never stopped being his pick, was Denny Hamlin, just because of the Allen thing, and just Allen Hamlin and Alan Hooker winning Daytona and the Super Bowl is pretty good for Coach. Although, Wild Thing works too. I mean, there's so many different ones. Could be number 3, right? But just the fact that the guy that won it before was most notorious for winning, or being number 11. And that's the one I keyed in on. That one just kind of feels like the best one. But, sorry. It's snowing here. Like freezing. Let's see, so Oh yeah, we'll start to get some good stuff. You'll like this a lot. Okay, so Goodyear Hoosier controversy. So they had the big tire wars. Coach cracked the tire wars for you. So I'm not even gonna I'll show the work after and just kind of break the story for you because I know I'm slogging. Give you something to chew on. So Martha Firestone Ford, right? We got the Lions winning. Firestone is gonna take back over the tires in NASCAR. Coach had that thought before he even looked at the numbers, but after see the numbers, it's even better. So yeah, Firestone going to take back over being the exclusive tire manufacturer. That's Coach's prediction, and he thinks a Ford car is going to win. I guess next year's Daytona. Yeah, Ford car winning next year's Daytona makes too much sense, right? And it's probably going to be, I don't know, we'll figure that out. Let's see, what else we got? So yeah, we know it's Goodyear's 100th anniversary. So, we want someone with close ties to Goodyear that's going to win. I promise that. We'll have to look more into that. But I'll show you the, like I said. So here we go. So when NASCAR was founded in 48, what do you know? There's a 48 again. It sourced tires solely from Firestone. Okay? And then 6 years later, Goodyear entered the sport. And then left NASCAR in 74. And then 78. They came back, blah, blah, blah. But there you go, 97. So there's a 97 again, 76 coating. Okay. So I can't remember exactly where I was going with that. But I was going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so at 48, just like the Cleveland Guardians went in 48. 76 coating, 76 years later. Hello, you're right. So yeah, it's definitely Goodyear's gone, right? It's gonna be Firestone. That's what Coach thinks. And then yeah, so that's just where he was talking about the slip, whatever, you know what I mean, the parody being removed and it being lame. That's why Earnhardt didn't like the new style racing. So he passed 17 cars in 4 laps. There's some good stuff here. Where is it? So yeah, check that out. Forces ranging from 68 to 48. What do you know? Coach's 2 favorite numbers. And then, whoa, what? Austin Dillon's his grandson? Holy shit, he's definitely winning. Alrighty. So that solves that. So put your fucking money on Austin Dillon. Fuck Allen, whatever. He won last year's cup. I would have got it right. I'll live with that. I think it's this fucker. So, oh wait, no. Man, maybe though. Or maybe, dude, does he die? Dude, there's no way they're taking this guy down. No. Here's one thing though. The only reason I'm even kind of speculating, I know one person who is for sure dying. I'm thinking, are they doing more than one? Right? So, Austin Dillon is definitely doing something, man. I don't know if he's winning or what, or if maybe he's like, one of a couple that go down. And then, but I definitely know one for sure that's going down. You'll agree. The diehards will. And then let's see. So Ryan Newman. So it was the worst crash in decades. It was just a few years ago. So they had like the false alarm already, the false alarm ritual. Right, so that's already taken care of. So the jump scare's out of the way. And then let's see. So, dude, just a few days ago he broke his silence. Why the fuck's he talking now? And the Dale Earnhardt tragedy, it saved Newman's. Just since he had the new gear, it saved his life. And they said if Earnhardt would have wore it, saved his life, blah, blah, blah. So Coach thinks this is... Man, this sounds nuts. I think this motherfucker's winning the race. I know Bennis is laughing at that shit, dude. Like, I know this dude's, like, beyond a long shot. This dude's never won a race in his life. But just keep him in mind. That one might make more sense in, I would say certainly will, in a minute, okay? So he drives the number 36. Right? Was it the number 36 that hit Earnhardt? Is that what they said? That sounds right. Right? Oh, shit. This one's hard, man. Alright, but, yeah, definitely keep it in mind. He's rocking the number 36, right? I'm pretty sure that's who did Earnhardt in. We're gonna have to look at that one more time just to make sure. Doesn't Earnhardt remind you of Earhart? Amelia Earhart? He's 67. June 30th, that's a 666. 1996, that's a 666. Just wonder what car you drive, bro. 17. Wow, 17's definitely popped up a lot for us, hasn't it? Okay. And Schrader was driving the number 11 that day. Huh. So, Hamlin 100% is involved in the crash. 100%. I'm not saying he gets wiped out, but like he gets bumped at some point or something like that. They're going to have to say his name because they had to say his name for Ryan Newman. He was in the false alarm, the big wreck where dude didn't die. They said his name like right before that crash happened. So our boy Hamlin's definitely going to be like, right in the thick of it there. And he's going to play a role. And, okay. A lot going on. What's going on? Oh, that's right, I'm on Wikipedia. Let's get the hell out of here. Alrighty, so, back on track. So Graza drove the 33, so Bandit. Dale Earnhardt hates the Bandit. So I'm thinking this Grawley guy's like the major heel. He's never had a chance to win one in his life, so the fact he's like even sniffing it, he's going all out, right? So, and he's pushing too hard, and he causes a big wreck, is what I think. And like nobody would really, care that much. Let's see. He drove the number 24 as well. So look at this, Jimmie Johnson, Kaz Gralla, Seal Final, Daytona, 500 spots. So was Jimmie Johnson in it last year? Yeah, so check it out. So Kaz Gralla got knocked out on lap 6 last year. So he's perfect to just wipe everybody out again. He's definitely the one that causes all the shit. Okay? And you can't even bet on him to win. He's not even on the thing. Neither is like Stapleton and Earnhardt's guy either though. But like, I'm with Venice. I think just kind of makes. Oh wait, no, no, yeah. I don't know, man. It's so tough. The number three winning makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because Earnhardt Jr. is a big. Man, it's such a tough read. Because you can't bet on the guy that Earnhardt put in there, so that makes me think like maybe it is just Austin Davis. Like that makes more sense. Earnhardt's grandson is better anyway. Like yeah, we're going. The channel's going with Earnhardt's grandson. We're not getting too cute with this. If it's an Earnhardt ritual, because like you could easily think that he's gonna die, right? Like, oh no way. The number three. Maybe they do go that on the nose, man. He really could be the one going down. I'm telling you, someone's dying in this one. Coach knows it. That's why he's dedicating like an hour to this one. You know, he's not normally like that. Alrighty, so here's like, just a list of a bunch of them on there. So Byron, he could win. Busch could win. Hamlin could win. Elliott's on the list. Larson's on the list, right? Gibbs, Dillon. He's kind of a long shot, huh? Barry, flagged for the name. Jimmie Johnson. Oh shit. Coach got a little bit confused at some point. So I saw Mike Wallace and Jimmie Johnson and thought Rusty Wallace for some reason. Like Rusty Wallace affected his retirement. He's like rivals. Shit, there's no way. I thought for sure. So it's Jimmie Johnson driving? Man, that makes it way tougher. Hold on. Let's see what Jimmy's doing. So it might be Austin Davis dying after all. Hold on here. I saw I had one way better. I mean, if they had a 68-year-old Rusty Wallace driving and he was Earnhardt's rival, I think you could agree that would be the crazier one. Right now I was thinking he was going to be like fending off for the other guy that never ever won shit. But no, the other guy's just wiping everybody out. And Rusty's not some old man on the track. That's why it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, 68, what is he like doing a Mike Tyson? All right, so this is one of those Coach really thought about, like maybe like just recutting the whole thing, but he likes for you to see the work, right? It's not like Coach just wakes up with the cheat sheet, right? It's like, oh hey, somebody mailed me all the answers, right? Now you gotta actually think it through, and when you think it through, you come up with a lot of the wrong answers. When you come up with a lot of the wrong answers, you can understand, like okay, so there's a few options left. Which one is it? And then you can see it more clearly, right? So unfortunately, I do want to say sorry to Venice. I promise, certainly not trolling. But yeah, I really think it's Jimmie Johnson who's going to die. He's the same age as Earnhardt. He's in the GOAT conversation with Petty and Earnhardt. So, I mean, got the 84 coating, all that sort of stuff. Coach is 100% putting his money on Jimmie Johnson dying at this year's Daytona 500. Okay. I don't want to get too far. So yeah, we did get a Stanford win. This is interesting. So when Hurts throws for over 250 yards, the Eagles have never won a playoff game. So they were going to be forced to beat them. And then let's see, Maple Leafs lost 5-1 to the Blue Jackets. We're hoping that's an Eastern Conference rematch. So we're going with Austin. Okay. No, I keep calling him Davis. That's not his last name. Austin Dillon. We're going with Austin Dillon winning the Daytona 500. Kaz causing the crash that kills uh, Jimmie Johnson. And Coach is saying, like, off the track, Sterling Martin or Sterling Marlin, whatever his name was, and Rusty Wallace are going to pass away this year. But Coach feels way better about the Daytona stuff, right? So Jimmie Johnson going down, final lap of the Daytona, and Austin Dillon winning. So our boy Austin Matthews on the Maple Leafs. Okay, he was the first player in modern NHL history to score 4 goals since the NHL debut. Notice it's in modern history, right? Isn't that interesting? And then, so we know somebody actually did it before this, before you forget about it. Let's see. been an all-star 6 times for Toronto. So his favorite athlete growing up was Kobe Bryant, who wears number 24. We want them winning the 2024 championship. What do you know? And then here's Austin Dillon, right? So he drives a 3 car, just like Earnhardt. If they're doing an Earnhardt ritual, they're going to want you to see the 3 car winning, and all the normies will be like, oh, but Earnhardt died during that race. So it's not a coincidence. It's completely different. And so, of course, he's the grandson. I kept saying grandson of Dale Earnhardt. It's the grandson of Richard Childress. My bad. Right? So, and, he's got the right car, got the RCR. Good call out from Venice. He's got a reality show, Life in the Fast Lane, 4.8 rating for the 48 coding. Coach started watching a tiny bit of it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so Jimmie Johnson. He's driving with nothing to lose. His family was killed, right? So, and that's basically what Dale Earnhardt Jr. saying, like, he's just, pushing it to the limit. He's had some miracles where, he almost was flirting with disaster, but got lucky, got out of a bad situation miraculously, right? So, Coach thinks that lends really well to Coach's theory. And Firestone, we want becoming the official sponsor of Ford next year. They have signed a multi-year extension as IndyCar's sole tire supplier. And we also have a Ford car winning Daytona next year. Coach is hoping it is Alan Hamlin, because that just makes too much sense. We wouldn't have to worry about Denny. It's just too easy. So, Coach's favorite bets right now, all right? Austin Dillon with Commanders to beat Chiefs. They're giving you 500 to 1. 500 to 1, dog. You can get 200. Hold on, what would that be? Yeah, dude. If you fucking win a 50-cent bet, you have, no bullshit, fucking 250 bets, right? My triple, 200, that's 500 bets. You're going to have 504 bets. If that happens right there. 500 bets, 500 lottery tickets that have value of like $1 million a piece. So put that one in, okay? Austin Dillon, Commanders to beat Chiefs, and Guardians to beat Brewers, $189,000 for 50 cents. Coach likes that one a lot. Austin Dillon, Commanders to beat Chiefs, Guardians to beat Brewers, and Maple Leafs will give you $1.2 million, and that's Maple Leafs to win the Eastern Conference. Okay, they won't take Stanley Cup on that one. It's just like a tiny bit too high over the cap. We're not that greedy. So, Austin Dillon, Commanders to beat Chiefs, Maple Leafs Eastern Conference, and Bucks to beat Clippers. They'll give you $820,000 off 50 cents. Definitely like that action. Austin Dillon, Stanford, Commanders winning the Super Bowl, and Maple Leafs winning the Eastern Conference Finals. They'll give you $1.1 million off 50 cents. Coach definitely likes that. So, yeah, that is Coach's favorite bets as of right now. He says take Austin Dillon in parlays, but make sure you got it in some 2 legs too. Okay? Getting paid sooner, not a bad thing. You can reinvest those. We got a lot of picks coming up, right? I want Lions and Browns with like the Lakers and whatever else we're going to have, like every which way you could possibly fucking imagine, right? Like I want every combination. No bullshit. So, that's where we're at. Coach, really appreciate you.